I'm John and I'm time traveling.
This is John, and yes, he's a time traveler, but not the time traveler you think that he is. But let's rewind. Who is John? How did you meet him? And what are you doing in Australia? My name is Gary, and I just graduated from Cornell with a few months to work on things I love before the soul-crushing corporate world comes out and gets me. Something that I've always wanted to do was solo travel to a new city across the world and work my way into embracing the people that I befriend. Enticed by the amazing nature and the beautiful fusion of city life and rural life, I booked a 15-hour flight from LAX straight to the Emerald City, Sydney.
Alright guys, so we just landed in Sydney, Australia, and we got our currency exchange. Now our main goal is to find some friends, because I know 0 people here.
Hey, excuse me. Hey, excuse me.
Hey, excuse me. Do you know where Mrs. McQuare's chair is by chance?
Mrs. McQuare's chair, right?
Yeah. Are you also a student, or are you
No, I live here.
Oh, you live here. Okay, cool.
Mrs. McQuare's chair, right?
Yeah.
So you're a student?
I just graduated, so
Okay.
I'm from the US. This is my
I'm from the US too.
Oh, really?
I just moved here from Colorado.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm from California.
California, nice. What's your name?
Gary.
Garyqphan.
Kwan, nice
Yeah,
to meet you.
nice.
This is like my first day in Australia. I don't know anyone at
Really?
all, so I'm trying to find like people to just like show me around.
Dude,
So
let's go find that.
yeah. Yo, that's sick. This is Kwa, guys. Yo. All right, guys. It's been like my first or second hour in Sydney right now, and I met this awesome guy, Kwa, over here, who's been helping me a lot with just traveling and everything. What is your story like, Kwa? Like, who are you, and like, why do we like just mesh like so well like right away, man?
Yeah, so my story is kind of similar. So last year I graduated from university from Colorado, and I decided that I wanted to travel. So I came back to Vietnam for a bit, and then I moved to Australia. Now we're right here in Sydney. Before that, I was living in Vietnam, and then I moved to Singapore, and then later on I spent 7 years in the United States, and I just graduated from university.
Kwa's story was touching not just because he was one of my first interactions in the city, but because of how open he was in saying yes to showing me around. It gave me perspective seeing kindness from strangers first-handed. That day, he dropped his obligations and became a tourist in his own city, showing me the gems of Sydney until we had to depart. Hanging out together also gave him that boost of confidence to talk to the girl on the train. That was crazy.
Thank you.
Class A Riz. We're going to secure our hangout with Elle. We met her earlier at the bread top shop, and she said that she had class.
I have school.
But she just asked to come through for pepper lunch, so we're gonna get some more food with her, and yeah, we're gonna see what's up. What's up? How are you doing?
I met Elle on Valentine's
Valentine's Day.
and for some reason, she decided to say yes to hanging out with me and grabbing lunch and boba. Before we parted, I asked if she wanted to go hiking with me in the mountains for a night, and she reluctantly agreed. Embarking on this trip, I got to understand the beauty of connection despite cultural differences and language barriers. The marvelous views of the mountain filled in gaps of silence and stood for something in which translation was not necessary: beauty. During this hike, I asked Elle why she chose to say yes to going out with a complete stranger, and she mentioned that having me approach her was something that dating text messages can't replicate, and told herself yes in going hiking into the mountains with me. Thank you for coming along and hiking with me,
Alright guys, we're now getting pho at this local Vietnamese restaurant, and I'm here with a time traveler. His name's John. Earlier, he left McDonald's, and right before he told me that he was a time traveler. So John, explain yourself again.
Hi, so I'm John and I'm time traveling. So I'm actually here for an 8-year time travel mission. I was here actually sent by Dr. Cassandra to look for a certain man to help stop the apocalypse. Well, that's the future, and I'm coming from the future to stop that. Hopefully I can, and I will.
While his time traveling stunt helps distance others from him, getting to know him throughout my time in Sydney has shown me his stunt was a diversion to cope with finding himself for who he really was.
Alright guys, I'm here with John. What's up, John? And we're by Darling Harbor. This is a beautiful place right now. But we were just sharing like our stories of each other, and John was just telling, you were just telling me like you were traveling to like find yourself, right? How like you pay for like your bills like all the time, but you don't get to always like live your experiences, right? So I think that's super sick, man. How did you get into traveling in the first place, bro?
Traveling has always been in my veins. I was always, when I was a child, I was always fond of traveling, like what actually is traveling, and what can, how the people can be changed through traveling.
Yeah.
And I have seen a lot of people, including myself, they are totally changed when they come back after traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really different experience, I have to say.
Why did you start doing it, and when did you start doing it?
Well, the very first reason that I started traveling was I was always fond of seeing places.
Yeah.
And then the other reason was I want to find myself,
Yeah.
my abilities, my capabilities, who actually I am, and what is my purpose.
Yeah.
So what am I here for?
Yeah.
These things I realized, like I'm not here only for paying my bills, paying my rent, going to universities, and taking that lectures. Those are not very practical to the life we are living.
Yeah.
John has dreams of working as a software engineer, as he's been working on side projects while juggling his other 2 jobs as a baker and a cook.
I have like I'm currently doing these projects.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to get the internship in software developer.
Software developing? Okay, nice.
So I have a few projects I'm building up
Yeah.
right now.
That's awesome. It's very cool.
I hope to get this.
You will, man. You will get it, bro.
Thank
You will
very
get
much.
it. Yeah.
You're a very optimistic guy.
He also wants to make YouTube videos about his journey to inspire others to do the same. So, John, I hope this inspires you.
Damn, guys, that was my last time. That was my last time seeing John. It's gonna be kind of sad, bro. Oh, now it's back to America.
Sometimes I lay awake thinking about the possibilities of running into the people that I meet again, knowing that the chances are close to none. But maybe that's just how things are supposed to be left, and maybe these experiences were meant to be short-lived moments carrying memories for a lifetime. While I might have been a stupid 22-year-old kid starting this journey alone, this experience has brought me a second home from across the world. Thank you, Sydney.